If you've been around for a while, it's no secret that I don't like Steelseries as a brand, as I find their marketing to be predatory and their products to be subpar despite being at premium price points. But this guy has completely blown my mind. The Xerox 3 Wireless 2022 edition is a mouthful, kind of like its feature list. It comes with a 1-to-1 tracking, TrueMove Air Sensor, next-gen golden micro switches rated for 80 million clicks that are incredibly fast, Quantum 2.0 wireless, which supports both 2.4 GHz wireless and Bluetooth, 100% PTFE Feet, all while weighing 68 grams. Some other notable features are the unique but very comfortable shape with solid size despite the Honeycomb Design that supports all grip styles. Attractive RGB lighting, IP54 rating, yeah, I just said IP54 rating, comes in 2 colors, Onyx and Ghost, and sports good battery life with unique power saving techniques and USB-C quick charging, all for a very attractive $99.99. Or if you're lucky, I was able to snag it for $60. The 1-to-1 tracking TrueMove sensor feels extremely precise despite having lower end specs of 18,000 CPI, 400 IPS, and 40G acceleration. Reminds me a lot of how the Focus Plus sensor feels from Razer by just making my aim effortless, responsive, and exact. The sensor is perfectly centered to the middle of your palm, which could be part of it, along with having low liftoff distance, and there may be something with that 1-to-1 tracking. Accuracy is further accentuated when paired with their next-gen golden micro IP54 switches, 100% PTFE feet, and unique shape, as the switches on these guys require light activation force, have low pre and post travel with strong spring back force with no wobble, making them extra crispy and responsive. There is no variance between left and right click as they feel the same. The firmware leads to some of the lowest click latency I've ever tried, making them feel precise and quick. The shape is unique, but not because of the flat overall design, but because it's got some junk in the trunk. It's thin in the front, making it easy to grab with precision, but then flares in the back and has little notches on both sides where your thumb and 4th and 5th digit come down to add stability and control, which then fills out into the palm, making it very comfortable. I like it a lot. It also supports all grip styles, to the point I'm not even sure which one dominates. So, user's choice. All of these features blend together, making me have some of the best aim I've ever had, allowing me to compete at top levels of play on Halo Infinite against Onyx players and destroy people and escape from Tarkov. Okay, maybe not that last part so much because Tarkov is a brutal game, but I'm learning. I'm still learning. I'm getting better, okay? Making this an easy recommendation on those features alone. But the fun doesn't stop there, so keep watching. Also, don't forget to like this video, share, and subscribe, as the more views and subs I get, the more reviews I'm able to bring back to you. The scroll wheel is excellent. It has a rubber coating that easily picks up grime. Gross. But feels very grippy and feels good. It has very dedicated steps that are smooth, accurate, and quiet no matter which direction you go. Middle mouse button requires light pressure and mild pre/post travel with strong spring back force, making it easily spammable. I'm a fan and I think you will be too, even if you're a heathen who likes to switch weapons with your scroll wheel. You monsters! The side clicks on this mouse are very interesting as they are very small, and while they are rounded, they come across as sharp. Not like, ow, I cut myself sharp, just not smooth and a bit harsh, especially for my well-moisturized baby hands. They have moderate pre-travel, mild post-travel, and strong spring back force, making them feel crisp and satisfying. I was surprised at how far the pre-travel was, as it didn't feel moderate but mild. Recently, I've also realized that having moderate pre-travel for side clicks is actually a good thing, making them feel more responsive and crisp. They remind me a lot of the Razer Rochi V2. Overall, I like the feel of the switch, but not so much the shape or the size of the button. The engineering they did on this guy to get it to 68 grams is quite impressive, and since I'm nerdy, I want to briefly talk about it. First, they cut off 18 grams to the shell while maintaining strength and durability, as this guy feels solid without any creaking or rattling. The PCB is itty bitty and 50% slimmer than before. If only my own waistline could boast the same specs. But seriously, just look at it. Just look at it. It's just so small and adorable. It even has shiny black gloss, making it really pop with the huge holes in the frame. This is further accented by the RGB, which has a diffuser, making the light even throughout and really shine through the back hump. I think the lighting looks better on the Onyx version over the Ghost, but I think the Ghost looks better without lighting over the Onyx. The battery weighs less than 13 grams and is where we get into Steelseries predatory marketing. Yay! They report the battery life is 200 hours all over their marketing. While this is technically not false, it's very misleading in a lot of ways. First, ideally you get 200 hours on Bluetooth mode without RGB lighting on, as it reduces the polling rate to 125 Hz, but by default, the mouse comes with RGB lighting on for both their Bluetooth and 2.4 GHz wireless, meaning you need to go back into the software to disable it. Second, you only get 80 hours of life with 2.4 GHz without RGB lighting. I had to dig into the frequently asked questions to find that spec, meaning they went out of their way to hide it. With most people using this as the default mode, they are going to be very upset when their mouse dies after 40 to 60 hours compared to 200 they were expecting. Third, nowhere does it mention that these ratings are without RGB lighting, and this is why I can't stand Steelseries as a brand. Other companies stretch the truth as well, but usually have a little star to clarify things, where Steelseries is like, hey, I think Bob may have mentioned that somewhere in some documentation somewhere, and even if it is super buried and people can't find it, I think legally, like, we're probably okay. Okay, so rant over. 80 hours, 200 hours, 60 hours, all of these are good/great specs. I've had to charge my mouse once about every month with moderate use, or about once every 2 weeks with heavy use, and that is with RGB lighting in 2.4 GHz mode only. It also has a really cool power saving feature, which actually made my jaw drop when I first experienced it. The RGB lighting will sense when you move the mouse and turn it off to save battery, and then turn it back on for that eye candy goodness once the mouse stops moving. And this is incredibly responsive. It is so simple, yet so awesome. It comes with USB-C quick charging. Praise Jesus. The paracord that comes with it is solid, and they even include a USB-C to USB-C dongle extender to ensure you have a strong connection to the Quantum 2.0 wireless, which is supposed to be more stable, reliable, and power efficient than ever before. I've had zero drops or issues. While I like the idea of a wireless dongle being USB-C, not all computers will be able to utilize that if you decide to forego the cable and extender dongle. But then you'll likely be able to just use the Bluetooth, so it really wouldn't matter. But still, with the dongle being quite large, the inability to place it into the mouse and being USB-C may be a deal breaker for some. Another thing that I haven't seen on a mouse before is the IP54 rating. Like, what? For those of you who don't know what the 5 means, it's dust protected to the point it should not interfere with the operation with limited ingress of 2 to 8 hours, and the 4 means it is protected against water splashes in all directions, which, for those of you who don't speak tech, just means that if you want to use this guy in a dust storm, you're good. Or if you're splashing by the pool and spill a drink on your mouse, it should be just fine. Not that I recommend any of those things, but hey, if you want to live dangerously, you go, you. The PTFE Feet on the original Xerox 3 were 4 little tiny circles and were so bad they would make grown men cry at their very presence. It was the main complaint people had, and I'm sure the guy who was like, this right here is a great idea, was fired for having bad ideas. The PTFE are now larger and thicker, with 2 large pads on the front and back of the device, made from 100% virgin grade PTFE with a rounded design, and feel great no matter which surface you use them on. Liftoff distance is low. Redemption confirmed. On-off switch is on the better end of the spectrum. It moves easily enough and locks into place well, making fidgeting less likely. However, it is so high up on the mouse that it is hard to manipulate with one hand without pressing the primary clicks. So I usually use 2, which is an idea, but is also kind of like, why am I talking about this? The software is meh. It works well and is mild/moderately intuitive and user-friendly. Honestly, I don't use it unless if I have a specific thing that I need to change, which I then save to the onboard profile and close out of it, and I'm all good. At which point, I like to forget that it even exists. All right, here is the Steelseries software for the home. For right now, my internet is down, so that's why you see a spinny wheel there. But if we go over to Engine, we see the Xerox 3 wireless says that it's connected through the 2.4 gigahertz. Right here, you can just see the different buttons that you can change to whatever you want to. The micro editor Bluetooth is currently off. Configuration level 1 for the CPI or DPI, either term works. The sleep timer, the illumination dim timer, the high efficiency mode, and the illumination smart mode, which is the thing that I was talking about, which is really cool, that when it that the illumination turns off while it's moving and reappears when stationary. And then angle snapping on or off. Obviously, I have that off. And then acceleration, if you want that on or off, which is nice. And then polling rate up to 1000 hertz. Then if you go over into the illumination, you can choose which types of things that you want and how bright or not bright that is, along with custom colors if you so choose. I'm going to leave all of that to default, and then you just click save to save everything. As you can see from the B-roll, it has a honeycomb design, which a lot of people don't like, but they kept the side solid, which redeems it for a little bit for some people, as that gives them the tactile feeling they want while still allowing the bonuses of it being more lightweight. They also did a great job with the coating, as it feels high quality and doesn't collect smudges, making it look clean almost all the time. So moving on to the conclusion, I'm about to say something that I never thought I would ever say for a SteelSeries product. This is a top tier mouse at a stellar price, and I absolutely recommend it. The more I try out mice, the more of a simpleton I'm becoming, as mice really come down to two things. How do they feel when you use them, and how well do you perform with? For me, it's a real joy to use, and every time I do, it is just an enjoyable experience, and I perform well with it. It also nails the Trinity, which is shape, size, and weight, as it has a shape that I think most people will really like while fitting all grip styles and multiple hand shapes, along with being the ideal size between the Logitech G Pro Wireless and Razer Orochi V2. Last, the 68 grams, while not anywhere near the best in the market, is still the sweet spot for most people. I've had zero QA problems with it. Primary clicks, side buttons, and scroll wheel feel great. Battery life is good. It's an attractive mouse. The PTFE Feet feel great, and it comes with dual wireless and USB-C quick charging. Honestly, can't believe that I got it for $60, which now that I'm thinking about was probably a mistake of them just trying to get rid of old stock, but these got mixed in. But either way, I'll totally take it. Even at retail for $99, I think it is a great deal. If you want to help feed me, Associate's link is in the description. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you hated this video, leave a dislike, and subscribe for more content like this, as the more subs and likes I get, the more reviews I can bring to you. I will see you and your beautiful face on the next one. God bless, and peace out.